Well, hey guys, this is Scott Ariane with this Nomadic Idea. When we look for gear, especially nomadic gear, we set ourselves a huge criteria. And that criteria is, can it be used for different things? In other words, can we multi-purpose that gear? What is it going to be used for? And can it be used for different things? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 12-volt pieces of gear that we can use not only in our tow vehicle, which is our backpacking van, but we can also use it in the Airstream using a 12-volt plug. This is gear that you don't want to miss. We love it, and yeah, we can use it for a lot of different reasons. The very first piece of gear is our Igloo electronic cooler. Now, this is not a refrigerator, it's not a refrigeration device, but this is a 12-volt plug that we can either use for our solar or plug it right into our 12-volt plug. This Igloo Cooler will set you back for about $82, but the nice thing about this is that we can carry refrigerated items. And yes, it gets down to about 35 degrees, 38 degrees, depending on what your ambient temperature is outside. One of the nice things about this, it only takes about 6.5 amps per hour. So it doesn't take a huge amount of electricity, but we can use it to store water, cool drinks, fresh fruit, and things that we would like while we're traveling. But this is the best part about this cooler, is that it has a long cord. So not only does it make it really super easy to carry it in the van while we're driving, but it's even better when we're boondocking or we're at an RV park and we don't want to go into the Airstream to open up the refrigerator all the time, which is running on solar. This way, I can plug this into the 12-volt outlet I made in the back of the van and stick this guy right on the picnic table and put all of our cold drinks, all of our lunch meat or things that we want to snack on in the cooler, and it's cooling with 12-volt electricity, which makes it really nice. The cord itself is about 3 feet long, which is super long to sit on the picnic table, as long as you have a 12-volt plug that is going to be readily available outside. So the Igloo Cooler is about 13 pounds as far as weight, and it can hold about 24 to 26 quarts of food. The best way to use the Igloo Cooler is to put a little block of ice or some kind of frozen food in there first while you're cooling it. It does take time to cool, so you don't want to waste all that battery power on getting it to cool. The other thing too is that it's not going to get cool right away. It does take about 3 to 6 hours to get that really super cold. Again, it has a lot to do with the ambient temperature outside. The reason we like the Igloo Cooler so much is that we've got air conditioning in the van. So while the air conditioning is running, we can keep the ambient temperature pretty cool inside the van and give the Igloo Cooler a lot of time to cool. It's convenient. We just open it up, we get what we want while we're driving, have a drink, have some water, have some fresh fruit. But the nice thing is, once it's cool and we boondock, I can just take it out of the car battery, plug it into the solar in the van, keep it cold, again at 6.5 amps per hour. It's not going to take a lot of power, and I've got the solar going, and I can just hook it up in the back and stick it on the picnic table. This is a multi-purpose piece of gear because it keeps us from going into the refrigerator inside the Airstream over and over and over again just to get a cold drink. I'm going to put a link to that and all the other pieces of gear I mentioned in this video right below. So go ahead and check it out on Amazon if you think that that might be something that you might be interested in. The other 12-volt piece of gear that we use is the WeBoost Drive Sleek. Now, we love this because we have made it a mobile piece of gear, not only to bring it in the van, but to bring it in the Airstream. And how we pimped out the antenna is going to blow you away. This is the Drive Sleek that WeBoost sells, usually for truckers, but we made a couple modifications to make it a little bit easier for this. You'll notice that we have the Verizon jetpack that I've made a Velcro strip for attached to the cradle. So we use it for our iPhone, but I also put the jetpack, which creates a Wi-Fi network in the van, which means our laptops, our cell phones, and other things can connect right to it. So the Drive Sleek WeBoost comes with a boost. This is the booster that actually gets connected to the cradle, and it gets connected to the antenna that's up on the van roof. But that's not going to be enough when we're in the Airstream. And how do you take this out of the van and make something for the Airstream? Well, we did, and this is how we did it. So you have to keep the boost. This is the key of the whole operation. Now, this is for the Drive Sleek. Now, the other WeBoost products they make obviously come with a bigger type device for about $500. This we bought refurbished on Amazon for $125. Again, we bought it refurbished from Amazon for $125. I'll put a link below on this video so you can see what the prices and how you can compare to see if this is something that you may want. So with the 12-volt plug, again, I can put this in the 12-volt plug that I created in the back of the van. Now, why is that important? Well, when we are streaming live doing our podcast, we can just plug this in, set up our table by the van, and boom, we have a boosted cell signal right coming out of our jetpack right next to our laptop. And that's what makes this so important. The cool thing about the booster is that it unplugs from the antenna that WeBoost gives you. Again, that's the magnet antenna that sits on top of your van or your car with the Drive Sleek. But you can make your own antenna, and you don't have to use the one they give you. So what makes this so cool is that I can just unplug the wire, and I can bring this into the Airstream and plug in my own antenna. And this is the antenna that I have to do that. So this actually comes from WeBoost. I bought this from Wilson Electronics or WeBoost. This is the 3G or 4G antenna that plugs right into that adapter with the right cable. And you do have to get a cable adapter to do this. But this is actually going to be on a retractable pole that I lift up and above the Airstream. I bring this into the Airstream, and voila, I am using the same Drive Sleek WeBoost that I use in the van. And when we boondock for a while, I can bring it out of the van, just clip this onto the Airstream, clip the wire in, and I've got a WeBoost signal inside the Airstream also. That's a 2-for-1 for $125. Of course, the other piece of 12-volt gear that we use is our 12-volt fan. Now, you may think, and I see these things all over the place, that's not really a big deal. Well, it is a big deal when you're camping in a backpacking van and you want some airflow in your RV. This little thing rocks. It's got 2 different speeds to it. It rotates and it really circulates the air well. And again, it's 12 volt, so it's not going to take a lot of electricity or a lot of amps off of your battery system. You can use this independently. The nice thing about all these 12 volt products is that not only do they fit really super nice into our lifestyle in the van while we're driving or while we're using the van for backpacking, but all of these items can then just be transported into the Airstream for a really nice long 14-day boondocking stay. The fan, the cooler, and our WeBoost. All of them would be completely used in a boondocking situation for our Airstream. I used the fan when I was in Tampa. I've used the cooler when I was in Tampa. And the nice thing is that you're not opening up that refrigerator all the time with the cooler. And if you're looking for 12 volt appliances or 12 volt gadgets, the best tip that we can give you is this. Go to a truck stop, go to a Flying J, go to any large truck stop, because that's where all the 12 volt magic is. Truckers know how to utilize 12 volt appliances better than anyone, and I'm always surprised at all the 12 volt gadgets that I see in a truck stop. So anyway, that's our 12 volt gear, our 3 top piece of gear that we use for 12 volt, and we love it. We love those pieces. Anyway, thanks you guys so much for watching. Really super appreciate the support and love that you guys give our channel. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, because we have a lot of gear videos coming up and I don't want you to miss it. In the meantime, I'm gonna watch this amazing sunset that's right behind you. We'll see you guys later. Bye.